Hey you, it's me. And I wanted to throw in my 2 cents about Jamie French, uh, talking about Amberlynn Reed. Now, first off, I like Jamie French a lot. I like uh, the little thing she put together that was like the soup. I guess that's on hold, or maybe she's not doing it anymore, but I still liked it. I liked when she talks about movies and just kind of laughs through it. I enjoy her comedy. I enjoy her. And what she puts on YouTube. I enjoy it. Now, because I only watch her on YouTube, I wasn't immediately aware of the video that she did on Amber. But I saw other people, other creators, picking up on it and critiquing it. And they had some really good, legitimate critiques. Now, first off, I do want to say one of the things she said time and again is she can understand where Amber is coming from. She identifies with some of the things that she goes through, etc. And I think that is what a lot of her used to be fan base did. We all saw her as just kind of a fun, quirky young woman or woman. And I mean, I was brought to her originally for the hauls that she did, for the clothing hauls. And so we all kind of identified with her, understood where she was coming from when she talked about, struggling with this or with that. And that's what brought us there. But what I'm really disappointed with Jamie French is not going deeper. I mean, if you're going to do a video on a person, you should deep dive as much as possible, or at least say, she did say that she wasn't real familiar. She should have gotten a little more familiar. And obviously, if she had watched any number of just 3 or 4 compilations, she would have known a lot more. But she mentioned that people were upset with her because of her saying words wrong, and I forget what else she was saying. I should have written it down. I'm still a little under the weather, so I apologize. But people aren't upset with her about her words. We poke a little fun at her, but there's a reason why we poke fun at her, because of her words and her pronouncing things incorrectly or using words incorrectly, is because she claims to be, an amazing writer, and she's so good, and she knows how to put things together, how to put words together, and she's so incredible. That's why we poke fun at her, because she's not. At least not in the opinions of many people who talk about her. And she also did not even touch on the pet abuse of poor Twinkie, when Twinkie was in agony and couldn't even get up on the bed, but she decided to go shopping and go to Chili's for dinner because she claimed that there were no 24-hour vets, even though there was one 6 minutes away from Chili's. Things like that. Jamie didn't pick up on all the constant lying and constant manipulating that Amber does in order to get views, in order to get people to listen to her, especially when she said something really stupid and people got mad at her, like saying, there's so many things, I can't even think of one. But saying a guy who's been blind all his life isn't, she's just ridiculous. And it ticks me off a little bit when a creator who I really like, meaning Jamie French, doesn't do her due diligence, who doesn't look into it even a little bit, even a little bit, just, looking at one of the reaction channels and how they are reacting to her and what she's saying and what she's doing. And there's so many. There's so many good ones. And I just feel like, did she do that on purpose? Did she not do a deep dive, or did she kind of ignore those things? Because criticizing Amber for some of the things she does, yeah, they're legitimate. They're legitimate. I still cannot get out of my head her listening to pop music and dancing around while she's on her way to a gravesite of a young child who died. I think it was Destiny's relative. And she's just bopping around like they were going to a party. I mean, it's disgusting behavior. And people talking about Amber now, oh, she's going through it because she's broken up with wifey, and she's broken up with supposedly the girl that she fell in love with that never came to pass, and she's so sad, and on and on and on. This is only temporary. It really is. She's doing it for attention. Was she hurting when wifey left? There might be some degree of reality there, but I don't think she was hurting in the same way. She wasn't hurting because she misses wifey. I believe, this is my opinion, that she was hurting because her convenience was taken away. It's convenient to have a partner who will do everything for you so that you don't have to. And she was sad because that was gone. I don't necessarily think that she was sad because the partner herself was gone. And that could explain why the ex-partner no longer wants to talk to Amber. Seems to be a theme for her. And we know that as soon as Amber finds a new person to use, I mean, they'll probably use each other, her for her money and the other for her driving abilities. But once that happens, she's going to be the smug little jerk that we all know. How did Jamie French miss that? She seemed to miss the actual points of why people criticize her. It's not for her eating. It's not for her weight. Although, to some degree, it could be the weight thing, because she makes a lot of promises about getting weight loss surgery, and people watch because they want to see that journey and see what happens with it. And she just uses it to get views. I don't think she ever really was going to get weight loss surgery the 2 or 3 times that she said she was going to try. I don't think she ever really did. I think it was all just baloney. I don't think for a minute that she ever actually intended on doing it. You can tell because she didn't lose any weight. Losing the same 10, 20 pounds isn't losing weight. It's just going up and down the scale. And for a woman of her size, 10 to 20 pounds is nothing. I won't go gross, but let's just say, she could skip a meal and she'd lose that, It wouldn't be too difficult for her because she is a big girl. But people are picking on her for her eating. I for one, don't care, and I don't like to watch her eat because it's kind of gross and it's very feeder-like material. But that's not what people are picking on her for. They're not even picking on her. They're just criticizing the fact that she utilizes things like that to her advantage to get more people to watch her. And I guess you could say that's just business. That's smart business. But she tries to come off as this genuine human being, and she's not. And you watch, I mean, it didn't take me very long when I discovered her to realize something was off. I kept watching, but as I watched further and started looking at reaction videos, I started to understand a lot more. It didn't take me that long. It really didn't. I used to think Michael B. Petty was mean, and then after watching her for a while, I understood what he was talking about. He wasn't being mean at all. He was just saying, why are you doing this? This is absurd. This is crazy. Or, you know, why are you abusing Becky or Beck? Just, it wouldn't have taken that deep a dive to see what Amber was really like. And again, disappointed with Jamie, that she didn't look into it even just a little bit further to see why people were actually critiquing and criticizing Amber. And sure, they poke fun at her for little things, but there's reasons for it. There's reasons for it. It's not just to laugh at the fat lady. You know, it's a lot more than that. They criticize her about her personality, about her lack of character. And I'm just surprised that Jamie didn't see that. Anyway, that's my ramble. That's all I got to say.